We're live. What's up, guys? This is SHP Channel with Cami from Cami's Playlist. How's it going?
Hi, I'm good. And you?
Can you hear that?
I can. Why?
That's funny. Okay. It's just I got this switch with a bunch of sounds that I'm trying out. All right. So, anyways, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Happy 2021.
Happy 2021. True.
It's already a little crazy, but we're gonna get through it. If we got through 2020, I think we can get through 2021 for sure.
Yeah, of course. I mean.
Yeah, judging from everything that's happened, holy shit.
Yeah.
Well,
no. I mean, I'm
speaking.
not gonna say, but.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of which, I mean, just maybe if we want to just jump into the whole situation of the year, I mean, concerts, like what the hell, man?
I remember the date perfectly when my ex-roommate told me that we wouldn't have concerts until 2021, and I started crying. I had just been, and it was so pathetic and humiliating.
Bummer.
So hard. I was like, no.
Yeah, I didn't know exactly how drastic it was gonna be, but I remember the night before the shutdown, I was managing a concert, this rapper named Kasky.
Okay.
And we knew there were, anyone that worked a nightclub, they knew there was going to be, a temporary shutdown. So we're all working that night being like, all right, later, guys, hopefully it won't be too long. And next day, it's, full shutdown, every bar, restaurant, till further notice. We're like, long story short, we were booking 30 concerts a month across the country in about anywhere from 15 plus venues, and then we were doing a little international booking as well with one of our artists, and it was just our whole company just it's like we had to just stop everything. It was unbelievable.
Are you still doing something
Yeah, we spent some time. Yeah, we spent some time in the beginning trying marketing, and that was going okay. And then we started collaborating with a couple artists that I book on doing live stream pay-per-views. Right. And so we did a comedy show, and people paid $15 for a GA ticket, and then $40 for a ticket with a T-shirt to watch the show. To watch the show on the live broadcast. And so it's you get a VIP ticket, you get a cool, one limited time shirt with it. And the first few went really fucking cool. The chat was really positive, and it's everyone who bought tickets knew why they were there. Then we did a few that was Aaron Carter, where we had him perform live and with a live chat, and some people bought tickets just to troll him. So we had to monitor the chat and try to delete these people. It's okay. It was definitely interesting. But yeah, so those are going now. We've been doing a couple a month and a mix of concerts and here, let me show you. I think I got it up. A mix of concerts and comedy pay-per-views where we stream them live. So hold on a second. I think I got my last one that we were doing. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is front row that we aired the concert on. And really quickly, shout out to this amazing piano player, Jeff Scott. He just passed away a couple days ago.
Really?
We really don't know what happened. It's still pending on the cause, but this was his last performance ever, and it got broadcasted to a group of 250 people, and you could see there was a live chat, and everyone was commenting, and but this is how I spent New Year's Eve, was making sure the show went on smoothly. But then we see how we switch into pre-recorded and this was recorded live, and so they're performing stand-up, and then this chat's all in there either laughing or joking at each other with 10 people in the room. So it's very it's a very different type of thing, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of like putting on variety shows almost, like, and then they cut into people doing stand up. The
Oh,
headliner, this is Mark Ellis, so this was his show. We brought in the new year.
yeah, no, definitely that's an option.
So it's like it's very new. I don't know. It's like kind of like a new world, and then we have like merch attached to it, live tipping. So really, it's like it's as interactive as you can get without being there. Oh, hold on a second. I think
Yeah,
you're
no, no.
frozen.
Some people, yeah.
Go.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so long story short, with that broadcast, we're finding niche artists with popularities that are kind of spanning within. Oh, you're kind of glitching.
Uh-oh.
Uh
Yeah, I
oh.
don't know.
Oh no. All right, you're back.
Okay,
All
the
right. Yeah,
artist touring.
yeah, artist touring. Long story short, we would book a lot of the people that were booking now in these pay-per-views across the country. 300 cappers, sometimes they're more popular, 500, 1,000 cappers. But the live stream terrain's like so weird where people just don't get it, and a lot of people don't want to watch concerts like that, regardless of how much they like the art. They'll like an artist a lot, but
Yeah.
they don't love the artist that much to where they're paying 15 plith tax to be able to just watch a random recorded show. So the thing
Mhm.
we try to we try to up the game on it, it's multi-camera recording, the merch, the chat, the tipping at the end. We'll do a Q&A for the comedy shows, so it's like
Mhm.
they can send in questions live and they're like really interacting. We just had this troubadour show with a country boy band called On the Outside, where
Right.
like, and they sold like, I think like close to 1,000 tickets, and it was
Okay.
just stream, just fangirls just adoring these fucking guys, and like I've never
That's
heard of
a
them
lot,
before.
actually.
It's a good amount. And so
Oh,
if you were to see them live, they would probably do those numbers in each city
mhm.
roughly, if they're I don't know, it's the way the numbers work. It's like people assume that it's a live stream, they're gonna make they're 3 times more people will buy tickets, but I think it's
Yeah.
only true for like the Justin Biebers and the Taylor
Uh,
Swifts. Like,
yeah,
what do you think?
no.
Like,
Yeah,
have you paid for any high profile live streams yet?
none.
Nothing.
None. That's the
Okay.
thing, like, I'm like completely obsessed with concerts, and like the entire pandemic, I didn't spend money on that. Like, I guess that even if you like or love the artist like that hard, it's still a lot to consider because like it's not just the live streaming, it's not just like the way that you're consuming the concert, but also like people are losing their jobs and etc and etc. So it's really
So yeah, sometimes it could be
complicated to.
insensitive too at certain times. I could see that as
No,
well.
like I like but people will have to also consider that they can like watch their idols on YouTube for free, for example. So if they're doing like a live stream where you have to pay for it, they have to bring something new, like something that they're not gonna find on YouTube, for example, because otherwise people are just not gonna buy it. Like unless it's
Yeah.
someone huge with millions of followers, and still it's not the same amount of money that they would make in a physical concert.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Like the few that we've done, they're making about the same they would on a normal show, but it's like potentially anyone in the world can buy a ticket, but some of these
Mhm.
artists are still only selling like 150 tickets at a time,
Yeah,
and it's like the show do, some of these shows did really well, and then some have done like okay like that. So it's like, you pick and choose your battles. Some people have good followings, some people have great followings, some people have like die hard followings that like I produced a Star Wars show that we're gonna put on pay-per-view
right.
and rental, and it's like just a variety like a podcast about Star Wars, but they put skits in it, and 150 people bought tickets. Who would have fucking knew?
Yeah.
But so it's really different all around. I'm I'm impressed to
I'm
see. I'm impressed to
frozen.
see what people can do. And
Mm-mm.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, we could still chat. It might reset. I don't know. It seems like your camera's kind of like going in and out, so maybe we'll just give
Yeah,
it a
I don't
minute. It
know.
might come back. But yeah. So I mean, well, and your mindset with not paying for, like me personally, I'm like selling my business, doing, or not, it's not mine. I have bosses, but like our company motto, we're selling these pay-per-view broadcasts, but I haven't paid for one myself yet either. Like
Right.
no one's done anything that significant that I would want to do that with, which there might be there's a couple artists I think in my head I would want to see something like that, but they just haven't figured it out, I guess.
Like the people that I actually would pay for something, they didn't do anything.
Yeah,
So, like there are some bands here and there that I like, but not enough to like actually buy something, you know.
totally.
So it's also something to consider.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and we'll see what happens with concerts coming back. I mean, there was the announcement with Dr. Fauci last week saying fall. Um, the word on the street around what I'm hearing is like late spring that the little like the bars and everything are just gonna start opening independently and like have little like half capacity shows here and there. Probably the festivals that will have like open air. Those will probably, or like the venues that have open air, like what, like the Greek, I think. Maybe like venues like that will probably start opening first with like vaccine checks or COVID test checks. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I made a whole video about it, and where I provide all of those informations, and pretty much is it. Like I guess they're gonna have to find a solution at some point because they are losing like a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
Um,
these giant tours that got canceled, like Justin Bieber had a crazy tour that got canceled, and
yeah, everyone
that
pretty much was like making like huge stores, or like Foo Fighters were celebrating like 25 years and
oh
didn't
crazy.
happen. So
Yeah, see, tours like that have so much financing in them, so many, like those are job
yeah, and
creators.
like
So
it's
like,
fucked up because like if they're tour now, for example, they're not turning 25 anymore. It's like it's silly, but at the same time, it makes a difference, you know. So it's frustrating, but that's not there's nothing we can do. But I believe that by late fall we can have concerts back. I think
yeah, I think.
like summer beach open areas, it's okay, but it's too positive to say that like before late fall.
Yeah, I think like full on safe ones, like safe big concerts will probably be fall. And like I'm sure they'll finally get the technology right to get your vaccine on an app that proves you have it, or like I think Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle did a show where they rapid tested everyone at the door.
Yeah,
And
but that's I don't know, like the problem that
it's kind of,
it
yeah,
can
it's
be a
kind of crazy.
false,
Yeah.
yeah, it can be a false negative. So like being completely
True.
realistic, I think it's a huge, like I am the first person that wants a concert right now, but I think it's not being very realistic to provide one thing like that, because if one person gets a false negative, everyone out there it's fucked up
Everyone
as
else
well.
is at risk. Yeah, totally.
So
Yeah, I
I
mean, I
don't
wonder how good those tests. I mean, I'm pretty sure they paid for the top notch, but yeah, it could be a false. Yeah, that's totally realistic. All right, cool. Well, we'll just venture off that topic since we're pretty much. I think we were pretty much done with that, anyways.
know.
But yeah, hopefully hopefully fall, we're gonna be seeing our favorite so and so's, especially these people. Next topic, I was thinking of going over your favorite releases of 2020 that got you through the year. Could be mostly music, I'm assuming, but if you want to throw in some random shows or something too, I'm assuming you binge watched a lot.
Yeah, no, like to be honest, I mostly stayed on my comfort zone in 2020. I don't know if most people felt like that, but I don't know. I feel like the year was so overwhelming that I just wanted to be in stuff that I knew. So I got back to some old sitcoms and things like that. But like the thing is that ironically, I think 2020 was a really good year for music. So we
Yeah.
some really good release. Like the Taylor Swift album Folklore, for example. It wasn't like one of my favorites, but it's also one of my favorites of hers, you know. And
I didn't get to listen to it yet. I heard it like I've heard good reviews about it though.
it's
I've
really
heard it's like a mix of like old Taylor with like a little more adult kind of feel to it.
and folk.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
cool.
get a bit country vibes in there as well, but it's pretty much folkish and worked out very well. Like Bring the Horizon released a really good EP
Oh shit.
that
I
that
I
I
follow Ollie
really love.
Sykes on Instagram, but I didn't even realize that.
Oh really? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's really good. And the whole idea of the album is cool as well. And but for sure, I think like the most ones were like Miley Cyrus that finally she went rock.
Her stuff, yeah, I like her new album. That shit's pretty good.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
grew up to her and I always said that she would release a rock album at some point. So when I saw that, I was like, no way. And Machine Gun Kelly as well, uh,
Mm.
went rock and
I
it
know.
worked out very well.
I didn't think I'd actually like Machine Gun Kelly, and then he came out
No
with
one, I guess. Like it's a surprise to everyone and it's working out fine.
yeah. He was like not that I care about the dumb rap beefs and stuff like that, but my job I would hear about it constantly. Any rap beef or any rapper that gets arrested, it's like the first few things on my feed, just because of like it's hard to explain. Like say like you book 30 concerts a month and 20 of them are rap shows roughly,
Hmm.
so that was like a lot of our business. And
Right.
they're very interesting individuals. If you I don't know, it just things happen. Like what, like we had Lil Peeps, one of Lil Peeps' last shows, that was pretty
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite artists in 2020 for
Oh
sure.
really, that's
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah, well,
I watched his documentary and it was really good.
yeah. Or like Juice World, he was starting to blow up. We got to do one of his shows.
Yeah, that album is so good.
It's yeah,
Uh,
that's
Legends Never
probably
Die.
I didn't think about that, but that's probably one of my like back favorites of 2022. I
Yeah,
like a
no,
lot.
I remember it was like summer they released, and that was so good. Like I'm not really into like that kind of music, but that was really good. I guess that it was what got me into that kind of music.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe.
Heck yeah. Anything else on your end before I go through my oddly named creatures?
No.
Well, for me, I've been. I don't know. It's like sifting through a lot of hip hop. I have to like learn to like it because I don't love a lot of like I'm not like oh I love all this mumble rap, but
Mhm,
you have to hear enough of it, and then you pick and choose. Like you find people you like.
mhm.
So, Baby Keem is one of my first guys, and he is like would probably be considered a mumble rapper, but he's Kendrick Lamar's little nephew, and he's starting to blow up. And
Okay.
he had a new EP come out, and his music's just fun. It's like when concerts come back, I want to see him because he's just
Right.
like a wild kid, like this wild fucking kid, 19 years old too, and I'm like a 30-year-old being like this 19-year-old's crushing it.
I got curious about something now. Have you ever like worked in a concert of someone that you really liked?
um, yeah, I mean, there was like let's say like hmm it's hard to explain because like there's a mix of like stars that like I just randomly got to work with, and then I was like that was a dope night. Like
Hmm.
Wyclef Jean is arguably the most famous person I've worked with, maybe.
Okay.
And I helped run his concert in LA and worked with him in the back, sound check and making sure his hospitality's good and just chatting with their crew and just making sure everything with them's good. They were great people. He's a really humble guy, really easy to
Mhm.
chat with. And then like fun nights, like oh yeah, like I mentioned that Mod Sun thing.
Right.
Yeah, so I worked with him. That was when he was dating Bella Thorne,
Okay.
and he brings her, and they're just pretty much they throw a party upstairs in the Roxy while the concert's going down downstairs. And it was, oh my god, and stupid her comes out and she has a rap song called Bitch and Bella Thorne, and she like performed it and was like tried to be like a rapper for a night for like
I
5 minutes.
Yeah,
It was
interesting.
yeah, it was weird, but you know, fun experience. And Modson, I've known about him for a while, but I didn't put two and two together. He used to drum for a band called Four Letter Lie that I really liked back in the day.
Right.
And I looked him up because we started booking him. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I search him and I'm like, Four Letter Lie. I look at my manager. I'm like, we're working with this guy. So it's like things like that. Like I'll get excited because a lot of these people have a lot of years in music, and they rebrand and they or they stick around for a while, or they have comebacks. Like
Yeah.
so, and me personally, like I've been really like our company works a lot in R&B, hip hop, contemporary, but I made it kind of like a mission to start a comedy department because I'm like a huge stand-up comedy fan. Besides music, I love stand-up comedy. So, in after the first year or so, I just started making a lot of connections. We've already booked at the Comedy Store in LA. Probably once a year, we were doing it for the actor John Waters. He puts on a Christmas special there every year and packs it out. 350 people come dressed in these colorful suits, like all the he's very big in like the LGBT community, so it's like you just see the wildest group of people, and it's super fun. But and so we made that connection with that. Mark Ellis, I kind of reached out. I reached out to him through pretty much being a YouTube fan. YouTube's really expanded my business with getting in touch with comedians, adapting to this live stream world, getting these pay-per-view events started. Like I was listening to like movie podcasts and I don't know, like movie podcasts, hip hop, like comedy, just kind of whatever, just anything. I'm like a lot of politics, and I tried working with a couple political people, and their lives are so serious. They're just a shit show to work with on anything else.
Yeah. Do you think it's easier to sell comedy live stream or music live stream?
Comedy, so far.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. So far it is. Unless they're really, I mean, like that On the Outside band, they like just have like some groups have like a million 15-year-olds that just that'll just do whatever they say, and then some people have like a lot of I don't know, it's weird. It's some people have diehard fans that'll do whatever for them, and then some people just have ones that'll go to their concert. So it's you kind of pay for this. We've been choosing our battles a lot, and now we're starting to theme them with holidays. Right. Because when you're like during lockdown and it's a holiday, you're with family or you're at home by arguably with your loved one. Easy time to pay $13 for a stream if they really like it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So New Year's worked out really well, and now with all these we're repurposing them and selling them as like rentals and pay-per-views. So now people will be able to watch these artists' concerts as just like they'll promote it a couple times and be like, oh, this is a concert from 5 years ago during 2020. Like it'll kind of start to turn into like archives kind of thing, because all it'll be the funds will be monetary for a while, but like over time it'll be something, and it'll say down 5 years you sell 250 rentals. It's like, whoa, that's pretty good. Could be more, who knows.
I don't know. I think it's definitely an option. I think if people start doing this in a smart way, I think you can have both. Because some people they just don't like going to concerts. Like they like
music, but now it's gonna take a while for people to really want to go to these again, for sure.
Yeah, they're not gonna feel safe, and also some people doesn't like to pay for expensive beer. They don't like to be in a crowd. They don't like to face the line. So I guess if you know how to use it, it can be a solution for both. You can make, damn, I just had an idea. But just, you just you can do both at the same
Yeah,
time.
that is an idea we're gonna work on. Pretty much what everyone's thinking about, and like Live Nation's been doing like surveys to their subscribers and stuff like that. It's like, would you rather see this concert live, see a pay-per-view, pay for both potentially? And so that gives all the independent people and or people who have this capacity the idea to, once you do the tour, you do the real tour, say LA sells out, then you'd bring in a film crew and stream the sold out show. That way you add money on top of money, because it's like only 500 people can get in, but another 1,000 people can buy the stream and watch this crazy epic event with the crowd. It'll be, because like the ones we're doing now, they're performing in front of nobody, so it's a little weird.
I was gonna
It's
say
a
that.
But the pay-per-views with crowds, that's gonna be, people will like that even more potentially.
Yeah,
But
no,
it's,
because I guess this is the fun of the concert. It's the energy. So when they're performing without anyone
oh, it's weird.
watching, then
It's weird. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's literally a film crew and a couple people just sitting in silence watching these people
Yeah.
perform. It's hilarious.
No, it's for sure not my vibe. But
Let's see who else. Oh yeah, going through my top 5 really quick. This artist Jacob Banks. He's like an R&B R&B act I like a lot. Smino is really dope. Green Tea Peng. A lot of like really trippy R&B acts. A lot of like synth and folk, like downbeat, like I don't know. I like a lot of that shit. And recently, this artist named Joji. I don't know if you've heard of him. You've heard of Joji? Okay, so Joji's this Asian guy that is like, he was a YouTuber, and then he just like did stupid skits online, like most YouTuber like teenager guys that do stuff like that. And then he just started making R&B music, and he's like arguably one of the dope. Yeah, I just started listening to him a couple months ago, and he's my new favorite artist now.
cool.
Yeah, so, and then like I'm learning piano, and like I'm learning some of his music on piano kind of, so it's like, I think it's, I don't know, it's just something that's getting me like excited, I guess. And then
Yeah, no, that's cool.
yeah. And then I can't stop watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's
Oh,
like my
really?
favorite.
Yeah, I'm being very basic. Watching Friends again.
Yeah. Let's see. What else did I have here? So who's your favorite indie artist that you would want to like be known
To
or
be really honest, I'm very behind on that. Like, I do need to find more people. It's one of my goals for the new year.
Mhm.
I feel like the rapper Dax.
Oh my god, you like that?
Yeah, like we're kind of like.
I was just talking about that fool with my coworkers. Oh my gosh, he is so
What?
funny. I've booked him multiple times. I've worked with that guy.
He's a sweetheart and he's really nice. And I mean, you shouldn't say that about a rapper, but like as a person, he's really nice.
He's a genuine. Oh my gosh, the
He's
first
really
time I met him in person, because his manager called us and he was like, I've got the rapper Dax here. He just moved to LA. He's gonna blow up, yada yada. And I'm like, he's like, could we come in? Because he heard we book rappers in LA and around the state. And so I was like, yeah, come in. Dude comes in, crazy hair, leather jacket, no shirt, backpack, like just the swaggiest dude I've ever seen. He's like, sup, I'm here from a meeting, Dex, like, just like, and then we just started chatting up. He's a cool dude, but just like, he's got such a, like, an ambiance about him, like, just takes over the room, and it shows in his music too. Now he's blowing up, like, he's doing really big numbers now. I booked a few of his first shows here in LA when he only had a few fans, and then now my manager has been working with his agent on doing some bigger stuff, because like he might do he'll probably do one of these pay-per-view streams. We're thinking, but we're trying to talk to him about it.
It's pretty big now, but he's still an independent artist, so
Yeah.
it's very like controversial, but like he is really good. Like he's so
That's dope.
creative. He's always coming up with something cool. I like the way he treats his fans as well. I think that's why he's getting bigger.
Yeah, he's very he's very personable. He likes to talk. He's very humble about his. What do you?
He's like a really nice person. There is this band called Man Who Takes a Gun.
Man Who Takes a Gun.
Man Who Takes a Gun. My neighbor.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of them. Oh wait.
Yeah,
that's
so
your neighbor.
Anyways, they're pretty small.
Okay.
But they're great. Like, I'm the worst for that. Like, I really need some time listening to the music. Like,
there's a lot of music out there. It's hard to find new people.
It's overwhelming because this is pretty much what I do every day, the whole day. So, like, at the end of the day, you're not really like focusing entirely on anyone, but they for sure stand out.
Cool.
They're really little by now, like just starting, but they're good.
That's dope. All good, yeah. Everyone starts somewhere, and like people just keep getting bigger or better. All that stuff.
There's this girl. She's like Dynamite on Instagram.
Her name's Dynamite?
Yes, on Instagram. And I remember I saw her music video like randomly, and I was like, she is so good. She sounds like Amy Winehouse. And then I went to her profile. She didn't even have like 10,000 followers yet. And like after, then I talked about her and etc. And I was just like, she is gonna blow up at some point. And she low-key is. She's like getting bigger and bigger. I don't know how big she is now, but she is awesome.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, it's good to see artists progress like that. Like, like when you're talking about Dax, I'm like, oh, well, at least I had the ball. I had my eye on the ball somewhat. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. Where are we at? So what's the best band or group you've seen live?
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith?
Like, yeah.
Nice.
Hands down. Foo Fighters are really good as well, but Aerosmith, they have the best concert.
Nice. When was that? Like recent? A couple years ago?
It was 2017.
Okay.
So
pretty recent.
Yeah, not that far. But like, if you stop to think, it's almost 4 years now.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine, arguably Muse is probably the best band I've seen. Like, there's my favorite. There's like artists I really like that I've seen live. Like, I've seen Blink-182 a bunch, and I've seen Fall. Oh yeah, I love that. Fall Out Boy. I've arguably seen, I think, the most out of. I've seen them the most out of any artist, I think, and I didn't even like the first couple I meant to, and then I just kept going to like a certain festival or a certain concert, and they were playing, and then it's like, oh, I think I've seen them like 8 or 9 times now.
I never saw them. Well,
you haven't seen them? They're put on a good show. Yeah. Well, hopefully one day when things are back.
Yeah. No, I am. So I was supposed to see Dan with Wizard and Green Day.
Oh, you were gonna go to that? Oh my gosh. I wanted to, and then I got all canceled.
That was what hurt me the most.
What was it? Wait, it was Green Day, Weezer, and
Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would have been good. I saw Weezer too. The Weezer's good.
Yeah, they're good.
Panic at the Disco now live is amazing.
Yeah, I saw them like 4 or 5 times. But like that, like randomly, I'm like, like 3 songs, and then I kept going. Like, okay, if you're playing, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I've wanted to see them for a while, and I only got to see him once, but it was a pretty good. Like, it was the newer time with his full band, and I was like, that's a pretty good show.
Yeah, no, it's good. I was impressed. I was like, I wasn't expecting to be that good.
Nice. Well, let's see here. How about your most memorable concert experience or festival experience? Or you could just vaguely mention 1 or 2, whatever.
No, I guess it was like called in 2018, the Foo Fighters Music Festival.
Nice. The thing is, was it their festival?
Yeah, their festival, entirely their festival. So they invited people that they invited like small bands that they believe. Like Youngblood wasn't that popular, and they
Ah.
played in there, for example, like Greta Van Fleet, if I'm not mistaken. But
Oh,
anyway,
Greta Van Fleet, yeah.
yeah, and I know that like Chris Novoselic was playing with his band, the bassist of Nirvana.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wonder, like, oh, maybe at some point they could play a Nirvana song. That is my favorite band.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, and then like that was so brilliant. Like they started the set of Foo Fighters with the most recent Foo Fighters songs. And then at the end of it, like they finished by the 90s songs, and at the end of it, they became Nirvana. So they put like Dave on the drums and Chris on the bass and
Oh, what?
Joe and Jett for singing, and it was dope. I wasn't expecting to see
That's
Nirvana
pretty sick.
live
Hell yeah.
ever. So
I mean,
nothing.
yeah, that's as close to a Nirvana reunion as you can get, for sure.
No, yeah. Like I really thought I was gonna pass out.
That's cool. Where there's one. I mean, oh shit! Did you hear that?
What?
Never
No.
mind. Okay, I have my piano here, and I hear it in my. I accidentally hit it, and I heard it in my head, but I don't know if it broadcasted.
Yeah. Can you hear my neighbor? Because he decided that now it's a good time to.
I heard that for like a second, but I didn't even realize until it was like over.
Yeah. Then you feel the peace, and you're like, okay. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, what's one that? Oh yeah, like Oz. I went to Ozfest when I
Okay.
was 13,
Wow.
and that was, and yeah, so that was like me being that young, seeing that was crazy because the bands were cool. I loved Atreyu at the time. Who else was there? Freaking Ozzy didn't headline that year. That was the great thing about this. This was the one year Ozzy took the headlining on the second stage, and System of a Down headlined the main stage. And then there was Disturbed and Dragon Force, that crazy band with Keitra. I don't know, but so that show was pretty crazy. Crazy metalheads everywhere. Dudes behind us were like drunk out of their minds by the time Disturbed got on, and they were like verbally like, "Disturbed should have headlined. Fuck System of a Down. Fuck these guys." And Disturbed was over, and then out of nowhere, a beer bottle gets chucked up close to my friend, like the seat in front of him, and shatters in front of us.
Okay.
And then a few minutes later, we see water dripping down. We're like, "Is that the beer bottle?" And we look behind us, and it's one of the drunk guys pissing on my friend's seat, like just out of it, just taking a leak. And then they all left. And then,
Oh my god. And you were 13.
huh?
And you were 13.
And I was, but yeah, we were all about 13, 14. With we had my friend's stepdad be like the guide, and he was like a crazy metal fan, but he was responsible. So it was like, it was fun. It was definitely a good time. That's I haven't thought about that in a little bit. So really quick, what got you into doing or making Cami's playlists? How long have you had the channel for?
6, 7 months now.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It feels like a lot, but at the same time, it feels like it's less.
No,
But
I mean, wow. I've been following your content maybe for like 4, 5 months now, but like,
Really?
yeah. But here and there, like it you know, I there's a lot of channels I follow, but like I've heard your reviews and stuff like that. But and I know, I mean, I could tell you're building, but it's definitely a lot more than less than a year. It's like you look like you've been editing and stuff like that for a couple years now, or something like that. Like,
No, I had a YouTube channel before, but editing is never my, my thing. I don't really love it.
Well, the way you build your episodes out, it's like you say, okay, so you've had a YouTube channel before, so you've been doing it for a little while, and then you started.
Yeah, but it was low key like just I don't know. I would like travel, then I would post like the vlog. over
Um,
posts like, oh, this happened and this happened. I wasn't like taking it serious, you know.
gotcha.
And then I started over taking
Okay,
serious.
that's cool. You were so what you like it was like a travel like you traveled a lot before, or like are you finally like did COVID
Yeah,
keep you settled down or something like that, or how does that
yeah,
work?
no, I love traveling. It's one of my favorite things, but it's not a passion as big as music, for example. So the thing is that I think when you create a YouTube channel or a business, etc., you have to deal with something that, like a YouTube channel, you have to think that would I talk about this subject for the rest of my life? And then with traveling, I wouldn't, because at some point I just want to travel. I don't want to keep showing what I'm doing, you
Yeah,
know?
that's yeah. I bet that's kind of tiring.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if you understand, but that was my way of thinking.
No, I get it. I mean, making a YouTube channel is hard in general. Like I've been listening to podcasts and YouTube shows for arguably like 3 to 4 years now, and now that's like half of my business is like I've listened to them, get their information, hit them up. I'm like, hey, I do live bookings or pay per view, and some of them hit me back, and I make great business relationships with them.
Mhm.
Some are like, oh, I'm already doing it, but I appreciate it, and they're
Right.
just really nice people. Like it's like you can't work with everyone, but
Yeah.
the way our company works, it gives us that first opportunity to work with anyone, I guess.
Mhm.
So it's kind of fun. It's fun fishing for acts and fun like you know taking learning about the community because it's like YouTube's a whole fucking world. It's
Yeah.
like and now
Yeah.
Twitch is a fucking like oh my god, I can't even with
What's
Twitch.
the problem with Fish?
I mean, I just like I made an account, but I'm just not ready to be on Twitch trying to find people worth like I listen to like maybe like one or two Twitch channels that they rebroadcast on YouTube. So it's like I'm familiar with them, but I don't have to like log in when they're live and follow their chat. It's like
Mm,
it's just
got
so
it.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm thinking about starting Twitch. So
I mean it's the next thing. So I'm trying to get used to it or figure out a way to incorporate this, interview stuff with it maybe or like the people I work with have Twitch channels, so I'll probably like air it on theirs when I talk to them. Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
yeah.
I'm trying to navigate the terrain.
Yeah.
This streaming world. This is my first stream that I'm gonna edit and post up. It'll be kind of dope.
Yeah.
And our company, I think we just got over 150 subscribers or something like that. We just made our channel we made our channel like a month ago, and
Okay.
we've been putting up clips of our pay-per-view events
Hmm.
just as like a kind of more for like business purposes. Like someone asks like, oh, what is this thing that you're doing, we could send them a link being like, look, it's a real thing, you get
Hmm.
produced, it's a tangible thing. So
Right.
now with the rentals, it's going to be even more tangible because now we could send them a code and be like, look, you can watch this whole concert rental, get an idea of what we're going to do for you, and then build your idea off of it. So I don't know. I think it's going to be
Yeah, that's
pretty.
cool.
Yeah, I want normal concerts to come back because then my life goes back to fully normal kind of. So
Yeah.
that's I
Yeah.
miss that.
Me too.
Well, here before we wrap up, I was thinking of some trivia. We'll do
Oh
some
my God.
rapid
Okay.
trivia. So
Okay.
this is like pop punk alternative like mix. I would say just pop punk, but maybe I don't know. I hate splitting genres. Like the
Right.
indie groove progressive hardcore. just all all that's ridiculous. I can't handle it. Okay. All right. First question.
Oh my God.
What was the name of Blink-182's first drummer? And you could give me a first name too. That's fine.
Oh, I'm shocked. It wasn't always Travis.
No.
I
What?
don't know.
Well,
I
then
don't
that
know
answers it.
that.
That was Scott Rayner. He played drums for Blink
No.
until before Enema of the State. So there was about 3 or 4 solid albums without Travis.
Really?
Yeah.
I really didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
And Travis, he used to drum for Aquabats. That's
Okay.
how Blink found him. They toured together, and then I guess
Okay.
I don't know, band
Because, like,
drama.
me, when I think about Blink, he's the first thing that comes to my mind. Like,
Yeah, he totally.
he's
Oh,
so
no,
Blink.
they wouldn't have been as famous as they are without him. He totally
Yeah.
rebranded the group for sure.
Hmm.
Okay, next question. What band's lead member has an Oscar or has won an Oscar?
I know that. It's
Y-
not. No, it's
You
not
look
30
like
Seconds to Mars. Is it? I don't know. Look,
It is. I'm gonna give you that one.
it is.
It is. Jared Leto
Yes.
for Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. No. I was thinking about that. I was like, no, he's an actor. But I wasn't
Yeah, he's
sure
an
if
actor.
he won something. I remember he was nominated, but I don't
Oh,
wasn't sure.
yeah. Well, no, I'm pretty sure. He won it. He won it for supporting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think
That was a
so.
big deal. Yeah. Funny. Okay. What the popular Netflix series Umbrella Academy is written and produced by what pop punk singer?
I don't know.
No.
No.
Maybe I did make these too hard.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. I'm learning.
It's okay. Well, it's fun to learn things anyways.
Yeah.
Gerard Way, he produces that show on Netflix, The Umbrella
Really?
Academy. Yeah, and it's a comic book, and he wrote it. He's been writing it for years, and then Netflix picked it up, I guess. I've watched some of the episodes. It's pretty good.
Oh my god! Now I want to watch it.
Yeah, no, and he does the whole soundtrack on it. It's pretty much like my chem music, like in the background, essentially.
I'm taking notes here.
Yeah, I think you'll like that.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. What band covered the popular song "Since You've Been Gone" on the Punk Goes Pop album?
A Day to Remember.
Hey!
I love that version. It used to be like Kelly Clarkson covered.
What's up?
It used to
Wait.
be like Kelly Clarkson covered then.
Oh yeah,
Because
exactly.
it feels so good in then.
You got it. All
Yeah.
right, and then last question:
Okay.
what band did Blink-182's new member come from?
I don't know.
No. All right, Alkaline Trio.
Okay.
And why don't man? I forget his name. Now I forget the actual guy's name now. Shit.
It's not. Wait, I'm thinking Mark, but it's not Mark.
No, it's not Mark. It's well, Tom left. The guy who replaced Tom. He came from out. I can't even remember his real name now.
Mark.
Though.
No,
I feel bad.
if we're talking about the guy who replaced Ton, then it's Mark.
Is his name Mark too?
I think so. Mark Hoppus, something like.
No,
wait.
Mark Hoppus has
No.
been in the band. Yeah, it's he. It's okay. I just can't remember the guy's name who replaced Tom. That's
Wait,
what I'm
you
trying
didn't took notes of the answer?
No, I took the band though. The question's answer was Alkaline Trio, but now I'm thinking specifically of the actual guy here.
Okay.
Whatever. We did it.
You did.
It's okay. I guess my questions were a little specific, or might have been.
No,
a little
it's okay though. You were good. You were good.
Oh, good. Well, hey, well, this was dope. I'm really glad we got a chance to chat and
Yeah.
talk music and concerts and all that. Where can everyone find you?
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter.
Cami's playlist all around.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, dope. Well, yeah, and then everyone, you can follow our shows here at the websites above. Keep following Cami's playlist, like and subscribe. It really, we really appreciate it, and it helps the channels out. Yada yada. All right. Well, it was great to meet you. Talk soon, okay? Maybe we'll do this again.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Bye.
No problem. Bye bye.